Some shit you put.
Hombre, made me, damn it.
Big Sean, you got the sauce.
Some shit you put theory brought the knowledge. And I may not be around, but I tell her, baby, please don't frown. And why she giving me cold shoulders? No, I'm the talk of the town.
Hombre, made me, damn it.
Big Sean, you got the sauce.
Some shit you put theory brought the knowledge. And I may not be around, but I tell her, baby, please don't frown. And why she giving me cold shoulders? No, I'm the talk of the town. I used to give them all my heart and my mind, not doing it now. I'm calling all my energy back, chosen once we got to. They can hate from afar, comes from the ground, use it to ground on myself. For all those stones they be casting, I transmit, put it on the shelf. Or whatever you set your mind on, they say gotta see it through. And you was done playing back then, please don't be claiming I see CW. And why would I relate to you? Couldn't step in these shoes. And even if I did, that's okay, now I'm speaking true. And baby, know I keep it peak, why would I lie to you? Told my brothers catch that shift to expand what you're supposed to do. And when you choose to execute, they won't have nothing on you. Some might need a parachute, but I'm not catching them. And you just gotta see it through, might feel it within you. I told my one baddie, don't worry about hoes in our life. And you're moving hella fast, so low brody find his pace with it. And know that shit won't last if you don't have your heart full. And I was in back of the class, thinking bigger about how much. And you didn't need a pass, why would you look at me that different? It's like when you're going up in the world, you almost don't know who to trust. But you gotta keep the real one around you though. And I may not be around, but I tell her, baby, please don't frown. And why she giving me cold shoulders? No, I'm the talk of the town. I used to give them all my heart and my mind, not doing it now. I'm calling all my energy back, chosen once we got to. They can hate from afar, comes from the ground, use it to ground on myself. For all those stones they be casting, I transmit, put it on the shelf. Or whatever you set your mind on, they say gotta see it through. And you was done playing back then, please don't be claiming I CW. Please don't be claiming that's CW. Wearing hella masking for the fuck, I seen it through. I keep it clean, caught a flight, smoking cookie mix with OG. And when you do anything, they might talk, I might not know me. Want me to be the light to her dark, the world get lonely. Yeah, mine, please don't get it twisted, stand tall, but I know I'm golden. 20 toes on my ones, never folded up. Popular, lonely, not lonely, second bed. But I may not be around, but I tell her, baby, please don't frown. And why she giving me cold shoulders? No, I'm the talk of the town. I used to give them all my heart and my mind, not doing it now. I'm calling all my energy back, chosen once we got the crown.
Hombre, made me, damn it.
Big Sean, you got the sauce.
It's some shit triple theory, brought the knowledge down. Ay. Tryna roll with the team, they gon' report, nigga. Man, you moving hella loose, all my got stacked different. Ask me what I'm talking about, homie, truth it is not fiction. We getting jiggy on the beat for the hate, we just shut it down. Rocking with the ancestors, flowing to the top right now. Going to the top now, oh wow. Even though I'm doing good, I'm never looking down. Someone ahead, cause they know I got the crown on me. And he thought he could talk hard, but my guys move me. And I told my baby, stop moving, P, choose me. I wonder if she casting spells around my mind organically. Tryna rock with me, but you don't claim the team. And you was never on my side, not surprised you watching me. Tryna roll with the team, they gon' report, nigga. Man, You moving hella loose, oh my God, stack different. Ask me what I'm talking about, only truth it is not fiction. We getting jiggy on the beat for the hate, we just shut it down. Rocking with the ancestors, flowing to the top right now. Bitch, you ain't that bad. Just quit moving 6:30, ain't no man. Like what the fuck? Bitch, you ain't got no plan. Stepping since 19, I was a young man. And you ain't make a stand. I'm 27, I've been laying footprints in the sand. Man, triple three. Look, said you was okay, look at your face, but you didn't look right. And I wake up in gratitude every day, feels good to see the sunrise. My brother, we gon' do numbers, lift your head up, and we gon' be alright. We don't want continue rising, don't let them dim your light, nigga. On my bike, look to my right, I seen you wasn't different. See you tryna stack cheese, told bro, you can't overlook the number 33. Baby get butterflies when I touch her on the rear bumper. And I asked him if she wasn't there for you, little nigga, what you cut for? I set the plan, made it happen, did a lot of things to shift my energy. Never let the external shift my mood, I stay intact. Demon block, I hot as dirt too, when I left that shit felt lighter. And I channel from the source, in the booth, got my flame sword, let me spark the fire. All my guys do it big, only know it's for a cause. And watch someone on top, he really walking with the stars. I know some fake, I know some hate, but we don't play those games. I pray to God, feeling good, look up to the sky, I'll come out as a thing. And Brody said he's pissed, went overseas to cop the fifth. He said, I know not to praise the violence, but shit got high and they triggered him to do it. Got a bag, caught a flight, we just some stars. Nigga, tryna lead your life like a lion, you gotta have courage for it. Bouncing in the Maybach, hit the spot just to talk numbers with them. Use technology to expand my revolution and check daily. Hit me from overseas, tryna get to it, you got cheese, yeah, I'm with it. Some talking revenue, I'm talking profit, losing money, don't know the difference. A lot rap for fame, I rap for purpose, some call me indifferent. Come on, if you in the streets, get to a bag, make sure you utilize a chicken. And baby can't get enough of me like KFC, she said I'm finger licking. She wanna be in the game but can't participate, remind me of the Ravens. Vision since a kid in my life, a movie, but it's not, that's so Raven. 2026, whole new time, I had to call back energy. See me skirting on 2 wheels, little nigga, now why you wanna hate on me? Them baby tryna go to war with me, told her you not my enemy. All my guys do it big, only know it's for a cause. And watch someone on top, he really walking with the stars. I know some fake, I know some hate, but we don't play those games. I pray to God, feeling good, look up to the sky, I'll come out as a thing. And Brody said he's pissed, went overseas to cop the fifth. He said, I know not to praise the violence, but shit got high and they triggered him to do it. Got a bag, caught a flight, we just some stars. Nigga, tryna lead your life like a lion, you gotta have courage for it. All my guys do it big, only know it's for a cause. And watch someone on top, he really walking with the stars. I know some fake, I know some hate, but we don't play those games. I pray to God, feeling good, look up to the sky, I'll come out as a pain. Got a bag, caught a flight, we just some stars. Tryna lead your life like a lion, you gotta have courage for it. unmute that. Yeah, YouTube. This is the fundamental of what the readings look like, but it's pretty much sun, moon, rising breakdown, current energy. So of course we have the new moon on the 16th in Taurus. Or it might be on the 15th in Taurus. So we're going to be breaking down where it's going to be affecting you in your personal life, how it's going to be affecting you possibly in your relationships, business, and career, and then possibly giving you a little bit of a breakdown when it comes to Gemini season and what to expect for June. Okay. Julio says, "Amen. You got a gift. Nothing is free, brother. You know how it goes. I appreciate you. Real recognize real. Can't be draining ourselves for certain things." You know what I'm saying? Like, they expect me to drain myself. Like, nah, bro. I don't know what people expect. They can't be doing all that. Sam 8. I'm gonna note you down. 1994. Let me just note your birthday. I'm gonna reach out if you want a personal reading because it looks like you have your whole info. But at the end, if you didn't want to like book a paid, I will give you a brief numerology reading. You are born on the 13th. We have two individuals here that I noticed I was born on the 13th. And you're in 94. 94, 95 is pigs. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, 95 is pig, 94 is dog. In Australia, in Chinese, in the Chinese zodiac. So shout out to you. I'll get along. Shout out to my dogs. Have I ever been to India? And I'll continue breaking that down farther, Sam, if you're still here at the end of the stream. But I will reach out at the end. So make sure you check your DM. Have you been to India, Mumbai? No, I haven't. India is a nice place. I want to visit. I hear a lot about like the pollution, the trash, things like that. I don't know how bad it is, but I hope that gets fixed. But it's a beautiful country besides that. I love the culture. I love the culture over there. Like, yeah, I wanna visit over there as well. And parts of the Himalayas too. I love the Eastern continent. So I'm born on the East Coast, but yeah, we over here on the Western continents, man, they cook. Over here is cooked. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like, yeah. Like, what? You can barely talk to people over here. Which is why, like, I'm not surprised. Even like astrology, y'all just have you know, y'all just gravitate to that. Like, I have certain clients that come to the studio to record music and things like that are like Indian. And like Canada has a big international. I'm Canadian, so Canada has a big overseas and international population. So like I have clients that are, you know, Indian, Arab, things like that, whatever the case may be. But my Indian clients, they love it here. They're like, bro, you're the only person I know who knows astrology. That's like how we do things over there. That's like our way of life. And I'm like, damn, like that's so crazy because people over here, they goes right over their brain. Like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all are talking about relationship. They're telling me about matchmaking in India and how they use astrology to matchmake and things like that. And I'm like, y'all tapped in. Like, y'all tapped the fuck in. You already know, Sam. Got you. Coco, let me note you down. Personal readings, Coco, 25 and above. You dropped your full birthday. If you want a personal reading, let me know. If not, I will break down your numerology for you based upon your birthday that you put in the chat here. You are sun sign number 3. Sun sign number 3s are often funny. You got some personality and charisma. When it comes to, I'm gonna do the breakdowns at the end. Let me not right now. I'm gonna do breakdowns at the end. Let me just write down real quick. I see numbers and I just start talking. But I gotta break down the energy right now because when people watch for the replay, I want them to get the sun moon transit, to know collectively how to navigate the energy right now and prepare for the new moon up and coming. Okay. It's Hunter, I see y'all filled up the page already. Gotta go next page. We got a blank slate. Nettie, I see you too. Hold on. Y'all be patient. 1996. Shout out to my 90s babies. I'm seeing hella 90s babies during this live, so shout out to all my young bucks going crazy. It's my generation. I see you. We need to be tapped into this stuff because we the next people, we the next ones running. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see the youth nowadays. I'm like, oh, we cooked. Like, all honesty. Okay, let's see. It's Hunter. You put a little underscore. Hey. All right. 96. Shout out to my 96. July 24th. Nice. You almost got that Cancerian energy, huh?
All right, Rip, I've seen you before. Welcome back into the live, brother. July Leo, I see you. I see you. Hunter, keep an eye out for your DM, okay? Personal readings are 25 and above. If you don't want a personal, that's fine. I'll maybe break down a little bit of a numerology, a little bit of a breakdown for you at the end. We're going to limit it, though, because there's a whole lot of birthdays coming through. So we'll probably limit it to depending on what the number's looking like at the end of the live. But I'm going to keep in mind, like, a good like 7 right now. Maybe I'll keep it a good, like, 7. I don't know about anything more than 7. So probably going to only do, like, the first 7. I'm not going to lie. But we'll see at the end, chat. We'll see at the end. Nettie, 89, I see you. Let me write you down real quick. So make sure you guys are checking your DMs after the stream, please. That's the most important thing to do, is check the stream. Or check your DM. 89. Okay, perfect. And then we'll break down some stuff afterwards. Okay, plus Divas. I got you as well for your personal. I usually say drop 3 instead of the whole birthday, guys. I know some people are kind of... You know, it's kind of personal to some people. And, yeah, Nettie, I got you. I got you noted. I'll make sure to reach out. RIP, were you dropping that for a personal or were you dropping that just for numerology? Let me know. And I'll know to DM you. I may have messaged you before. So, like, check your DM, brother. Like, I'm not going to lie. Just check your DM for me. Like, I may have contacted you already. Like, I've seen your name before. So, please, folks, check your DM. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, perfect. E-I-K-E. Alright, cool. I'm gonna have to play through another track as I'm writing these names down, chat. I didn't even get to the bottom of the chat. I don't even know how many are when we're caught up, we're gonna break down the energy.
Shit.
Okay, happy. Oh, you don't have a full page by the time I'm fucking...
Something you go through, breath and knowledge down.
You guys will be tapped though, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's a new moon. It's the best times to log in and get it focused on your energy. 2 a.m. Here,
And I can count my circle on one hand. No matter what, told mama I'll make a proud. I stayed aligned with the stars, you surprised that you see my reality changing now. Push my button so much I'm disappointed I had to separate from you too. Kept you close with open arms when I was transparent with you. Said you needed me right by your side in order to see this life through. All this energy almost strained it. When I separate, don't be surprised. And they acting like they rock with you to get a first class view to your prize. Get a first class view to your prize. Seen a lot of niggas with disguise. I got a bro, ain't no snake, made it shake, ain't do this just for round. Took a flight just to take a hike, man, how you still surprised. Man, freedom's a blessing, watch the risk you take for all of my guys. And I don't trip how much stay in the present. Spirit told me that it's my time. Say they fuck with a rolling, cause I held it down at the bottom. Incarnated from above, they have no solutions to their problems. No internal value, he thought that bread gon' solve his problems. 333 in the booth, I learned to transmute just cause I had to. I seen so many fumble the ball, you ain't been robbing. And if I told you who I was in the past, let me ask what you believe. They might have the play, but got no vision, that's why they can't foresee shit. Piano has me surfing, join my arc, so we stop searching. They look at me for representation, I show them they have the potion. And if she ain't serious and he ain't bought her back, I'ma keep it coasting. All money ain't good money, watch that, I'm not even boasting. Propaganda in the world got you distracted, you can't focus, nigga. When you're going to the top, be an example, you better stand on shit. Nothing to stand on, got no foundation, so they losing. And it's kinda funny, got people in power. I seen a lot of niggas with disguise. I got a bro, ain't no snake, made it shake, ain't do this just for run. Took a flight just to take a hike, man, how you still surprised. Man, freedom's a blessing, watch the risk you take for all of my guys. Don't trip how much stay in the present, spirit told me that it's my time. Say they fuck with a real one, cause I held it down at the bottom. Incarnated from above, they have no solutions to their problems. No internal value, he thought that bread gon' solve his problems. One sec, chat. I'm looking for something specific real quick. Okay, there you go. That's the name. That's the name I'm looking for. All right, perfect. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure something. But all right, everyone's noted down, and the rest of them we caught up and things like that. Pamela, I got you. Okay, perfect. I'm going to include a little numerology thing for you at the end. Appreciate you dropping the birthday, though. I'm going to need that for your personal chart. Julio, I see you. All right, appreciate. 1963. All right, I'm going to do a quick little breakdown, chat. So the current energy right now, and we're going to get straight into numerology, and then we're going to get into personals, okay? So make sure you guys keep an eye out for your DM for personal readings, okay? They are 95 USD and above, but they are 25 for the new moons and full moons. 25 deal, that's our deal for y'all. Things like that, get booked in.
It will be pretty to the point. It won't be super long because traditionally we do go the longer route, but you'll expect it to be 20-25 minutes, things like that. Okay, let's get into it. Let me pull up the chart real quick on screen. YouTube and Rumble family, appreciate you guys being patient with me. Let's get it. So the moon is in Aries, guys. We're prepping and preparing for the new moon in Taurus. Okay, this is going to be an interesting energy. We're mid-Taurus season. Actually, not mid-Taurus season. We're almost end Taurus season. So this is a reminder of where we were in the beginning, okay? What we were doing during this month of the sun in Taurus, okay, for the 30 days at hand here. So we are 23 degrees. We're just pulling through the last decade of Taurus and things like that. So where do you need to solidify certain things? Where do you need to get stable and initiate some form of stability in some way, shape, or form for this last stretch of Taurus season? Okay, the moon in Aries deals with cardinal fire, the initiator. So you have to put yourself through that fire. You have to spark the fire under your butt and say, how can we get it done? Okay, so that profile picture looks kind of crazy, but no lie. I was gonna ask, how'd you get your picture to look like that? But anyways, so when it comes to the moon in Aries, cardinal fire, this deals with passion, motivation, and desires. What area of your passions, motivations, and desires do you need to solidify, develop some sort of stability around? Okay, Aries is a very impulsive type energy, and Taurus is asking you to ground the impulse, to stabilize, to structure the impulse. And when it comes to Aries, co-ruled by Mars, when it comes to your emotional state as well, you have to be the one to stabilize what you feel and what drives your emotions towards what fuels you emotionally when it comes to your passions, motivations, and desires. Okay, so what motivates you for you to feel like, okay, I can actually go do it, or what's that form of action you do that reinforces your emotional state to say, okay, I can actually create some stability around this thing that I'm doing, this passion, this motivation, this sense of motivation. It needs to be stable so I can continue doing it. It can be consistent. Okay, Taurus is a consistent energy. Aries is the initiator. It's impulsive. Sometimes a lot of cardinal signs will start things and not finish it. Similar to mutable, but the thing is, mutable will start something and kind of change. The thing is, with mutable, they're more adapting, so it's not like they're starting something new. They're just changing how they go about it. A cardinal sign will start something new and not finish it, and go ahead and start another thing new. But they have to, in order for it to be sustainable, or actually something to come to fruition or to bear fruits of your labor, you have to consistently do something for a period of time, and that's where the fixated energy comes on in. So you may have something that emotionally motivates you, that you're passionate about, or that you're creative towards. Like, you could have a creative thing that emotionally fuels you. You need to formulate some sort of stability around these things. Okay, when it comes to Aries is the emperor, and also your own individual identity. So when it comes to Aries, what formulations of identity do you need to embody? Do you need to step into and solidify and say, this is who you are, and this is the person you need to become? This is what you got to do to actually solidify that, because Taurus deals with mental understanding. What forms of understanding internally do you need to solidify in terms of what motivates you, right? In terms of creativity, how can you ground this creativity and create a form of stability from it, right? To where you can continue doing your creativity, to where it's not on and off and things like that. Okay, because that's one thing about Aries, the impulse is inconsistent. So you may even notice certain emotional states if you have Moon in Aries, things like that. Even just right now, to where it's inconsistent towards what the sun wants to do in Taurus, consistency. So the moon can't be inconsistent right now towards how you feel towards certain things, because the sun is not going to reinforce that emotion. So even if you feel a certain way, but that feeling isn't consistent to longevity or stability, don't expect anything to come from that emotion. And that's where you may notice certain frustrations, because yeah, you may feel a certain way, but nothing's coming from that, or there's no tangibility around how you feel, or around the creativity, or around what motivates you, or around what you're passionate about. So you can't actually execute your passions consistently. You can't go about this creativity when you want to. There's no system formulated around it, and that's what Taurus wants you to do. Okay, so there may need to be some pen to paper that needs to be done where you can solidify the formations in the world you're actually going into, so something can actually materialize out of the passion, out of the motivation, out of that fire, right? Because the fire is also the vision. So you could have a vision in your mind around these things that you need to solidify. So there needs to be a sort of formulation when it comes to mental understanding, what you need to do in order to actually get that done. Practicality, okay? So you have to have a form of practicality towards your actions when it comes to your passions, motivations, and desires right now. Moon in Taurus, Moon in Aries, Sun in Taurus, guys, okay? We're going to get into breakdowns. YouTube Rumble family, I hope that was good for you guys. Drop a W in the chat. Let me drop that right there. Boom, boom, boom. And let's get into some breakdowns, okay? Let's get into some breakdowns. We've been live for, how long we been? Yeah, half an hour, and that's good. That's good. That is good. Let me pull this up real quick. We're going to start at the top of this sheet, but we're going to see who's in the chat first and go from there, okay? We don't want to break down anything that's not currently in the chat. I'm going to start on this first page here real quick. All right, and we are caught up. We are caught up. Perfect. Let me check. All right, yeah, Julio, I'll start with you because you were number 2 on the paper. I appreciate the patience, brother. Shout out to you. W's. Speaking of that, let me see if I drop your DOB for me in the chat. I just want to confirm what you are because I have a few written down right now. Gabriel, got you. Keep an eye out on your DM, please. It's Hunter. All right, perfect. You guys are here. You guys are here. Okay, perfect, brother. Appreciate you. Let me write this down first, right beside your name here. 811. Okay, I thought so. I remember seeing that 11 because I had something. Okay, I did have you down. Okay, cool. I did have you down. I just wanted to confirm because sometimes like I don't want to be going into some energy and breaking down the wrong thing. You know what I mean? That ain't ideal. But shout out to you, brother. You got a sun sign 11, which is dope. That 11 energy is actually keen. It's a master number. So the thing about master numbers is it's I like to say 11s are the visionary. Long story short, but it is your sun sign. So let me get your life path number real quick. Let me see what this is. Okay, so your life path number 2 with 11 energy. Okay, so your life path 2 with 11 energy. So when it comes to being a life path 2, which that makes sense, I can see that from you. One thing too, utilize your ability to listen because you are a good listener. You can soak in information and you can use that to your advantage. Okay, so when it comes to being a life path 2, also connecting with people is in your favor. So relationships, you can build well and offer a lot of good ideas when it comes to people that you're partnered with in business or, you know, even if it's romance and things like that. You have a lot of ideas that can keep the relationship, you know, kind of intact and things like that. You're also, like I said, with the 11, you have a good sense of communication and understanding, and you got to learn to kind of use that to your advantage. Learn to use your visionary sense as well to your advantage. So a lot of times I like to say that 11 energy is also very intuitive. So when you show up into certain settings and in relationships and in business and at work and in certain environments, utilize your intuition and things like that. There's a gut feeling that a lot of times that you have towards certain things. You're very receptive to environments and energies around you. You have to listen to that. Try to listen to that and not utilize, not let your mind kind of over justify, you know, what you're picking up from your surroundings. Because a lot of times you are picking up things that is 100% intuitive for sure. But a lot of times you may kind of question it. Just being a man, oftentimes we do that. But you probably learn to trust it as well. I see you're 72, so you've probably learned to trust it over time more so when you have certain gut feelings or when you kind of pick up certain energies, you know, to maybe separate or move forward with it, okay? Anything else I can give you when it comes to you? Okay, you're in your enemy year because you're our rat. You are a rat, so you are in your enemy year. So one thing I wanted to say, with that being said, is don't be. This is a good year to kind of like get this type of information. Kind of sit back, observe, be more receptive. Not super asserting when it comes to your energy. The rats have that nature as well when it comes to being assertive. But the thing is, with the horse, it may conflict. Okay. A lot of times, how you do things and how horses do things are kind of different. So right now, how you go about things this year may seem like off to a lot of people, but that's because you're just in your enemy year. So be mindful of like being assertive or like super adding ideas to certain things. People may not be as receptive to your ideas right now this year. So and that you may run into certain conflicts based upon that. Okay. That's the last gem I'm gonna give you. Your personal reading will be different because it'll get into other astrological things. That is a little bit like I'm not going to say a little bit, a lot deeper, but this gives you a decent overview of like your energy, a little bit of your energy, and kind of what to expect throughout the year. Hope that helps. If you thought that, and if you thought that was good, like I said, the personal is out the wind. Blow you out the park for sure. But that's what I'd say as well. You are in your enemy year, so you may notice yourself as well since April. You know what I mean? Just in how people communicate with you, but yeah, keep that in mind. So what? Yeah, if you're familiar with Chinese astrology, watch out for other rabbits and other and other goats and things like that. Yeah, let's move on though. Appreciate you, Julio. I'm gonna reach out for the personal afterwards. Nettie, I've seen you for a while. I'm gonna tap in for you. You got that sun sign 9 energy. Got that sun sign. A lot of 9s on the page for sure. I always notice that. A lot of 9s. And you're a snake. You're in a horse year. It's not too bad. It's actually decent for you. Last year was your year. Last year was your snake year. So you probably noticed decent things and things like that moving on from 2025 to be a little bit better for you. Last year should have been a decent year, but although snakes and then it was a 9 year, so at the same time it wasn't the best snake year because it was a 9 year, and 9s deal with endings and things like that, and then the snake deals with transformation. So it's not easy for the collective. But you being a snake, it may have somewhat went in your favor to where people can kind of, you're kind of like a safe. I'm feeling like you were like a safeguard to people last year. Whatever they were going through, they felt like they can come to you for it, and that's the energy of the year matching your personal energy. Being a snake, okay. Especially because you're a sun sign number 9, so you know how to deal with endings. That sun sign, that number 9 energy often deals with endings, often deals with wisdom, can deal with certain habits, like an abuse. When it comes to like habits, I always tell my 9s to watch out for substance abuse, like drugs and things like that. You can be like susceptible to things like that, but besides that, know what to let go and when to let it go. That 9 with the endings, and then utilize wisdom for that. So if you need to let something go, utilize your higher wisdom, Jupiter energy, like you're kind of letting go to expand. That's with the 9. And then your life path number 8. Life path number 8 deals with karma as well. If I were to give you a full numerology breakdown, I guarantee you have a karmic signature within your chart somewhere, and I can't see right now exactly what that formulation of karma is, but if you were to get a full numerology reading, I would be able to see that based upon your full name as well. But I do, with my 8s, 8 is a number of money, but it's also a number of karma, okay? It's also the number of cycles and time. So there may be a lot of times where you gotta be the one to end certain things because you're stuck in a lot of cycles in a way that's maybe negative or positive for you, but a lot of times could be negative in the early life, and you have to expand or break free from certain things. A lot of times you or someone else's karmic energy or reminder in their life, and that kept you in a cycle for a decent amounts of time. Remember that however long you spend or participate in something, you have to spend that same amount of time getting out of that thing. So like a lot of eights deal with that, but on the positive note, a lot of eights can be good. You know, kind of come across a lot of money as well. Not a lot of money, but not gonna say yeah, it could be a lot, but they're often good at working. It kind of ascends from the four energy. A lot of fours, you know, they have to outwork the competition. For eights, that kind of comes to them because they're always in cycles of doing that, which is a good energy. But know when to end something if it's not in your favor. Okay, that's the best thing I could say. Let me look at the chat real quick though, because I know I've been spending some time. But yeah, Nettie, I hope that helps, and I will reach out for a personal afterwards. As I said, when I reach out for a personal, I can get your name, and that's why a lot of times personal readings are decently long, because you know I give you numerology and astrology full readings every month. For my subscribers on my subscription, they get it every month, based upon the energy. And that is a little higher ticket, of course, but if you wanted like just one specific, it's not that price, though, that expensive. I do that for them at a rate of like $99 a month. Gabriel, if you're still here, let me check the chat real quick. You are. All right, I see you. All right, we got a few. I see. All right, I'm catching up, guys. Gabriel, 8579. Good to see. And if you guys are wondering what I'm clicking and things like that, I have a digital calculator on my computer. It just adds the if you guys want to know what I'm doing, it's just I'm adding the numbers and things like that. There's pretty much way to do it. If you guys are not familiar with numerology and gematria, you're just adding the numbers to get a singular number. You're adding it and then reducing it. You have that 5 energy, Gabriel, and you're a Leo. Leo 5 is good energy. It's also a sexual energy, and it's also, so be mindful of like don't move loose. Don't move loose and things like that, you know. Males and females and things like that if you got 5 energy. But it's a joyous energy besides that as well. And a lot of people find joy in sex, so that's just what it is. But besides that, you know, it's a pleasurable energy. So a lot of times you can be a very fun person to be around. You know, you like to laugh, you like to enjoy yourself. You are 79. You are 79, so you are Earth Goat, which is good. I do see you've probably been good when it comes to maintaining, you know, jobs throughout the years, and being in good positions and roles within your job and things like that. The Goat's a very assertive type energy, very independent as well. It is a horse year, which is decent for you this year. It's neutral, I would say. Next year is going to be the year for you in your favor. So if you're going to start anything big when it comes to business, or do anything big, or make any big decisions, aim for it next year. But this year could be a good time to evaluate it. You could still make it this year because it's not your enemy year. It's just neutral for you. So you just have to assert your own energy and prioritize the time. It's not going to go in your favor like how next year kind of will. Like you're going to, like next year, things will kind of fall into place. Like you'll be like, oh shit, like he's like trickling into place and things like that. That's like more of like a correspondence one with the energy. You going with the energy and the energy matching you. But this year you have to be like, okay, how can I do it? Let me get pen to paper. What do I need to do? What's the formulations? What's the pricing? What's my budget? Like you have to, you know what I mean? Make it work for you type stuff. Besides that, you're a life path 3. Okay, you got that chameleon energy, Okay, you got that comedian. See, I was gonna say you have, when I seen the 5, I was gonna say if you had 3 energy, you have comedian energy. You're a funny person to be around. I can imagine you can make a lot of people laugh, and that's low-key a gift that you, that you have. You're 3s are always kind of I like to say generalities for 3s are like the comedian, but you guys know how to. It's like some sort of charisma. It's a very interesting energy, but it's a funny energy, and use that to your advantage. One thing that I can say about you being a life path 3, utilize your environment, and your environment is going to be key. The environments that you put yourself in and that you place yourself in and around is going to affect you 1000%. If you are the type to be, you are a goat, so you are pretty driven and things like that. You are, bullheaded and things like that. When you want it, you go after it. Especially when it comes to your money, because you are an earth goat. So the thing is, but the thing is, your surroundings play a very important role for you, okay, in your life and things like that. And if you are in the wrong environment, that could hinder your ability to feel motivated or go after the thing that you want to go after. So when you notice yourself being depleted from your environment, that's the key, and that's your connotation to change your environment. All right, that's where you need to shift and things like that, because a lot of times you directly soak up the energy in your environment, so that environment becomes you, and you may not even notice this, but that's why I mean the chameleon, because you will go into it, and then now you're that, and then people may look at you like, fam, why are you acting like that? And then it's like, bro, that's not even you, and then and then you get out of that, and you're like, oh, you're right. Like if you ever had a close friend, and they would have said that to you, they'll be like, oh yeah, you're right, that wasn't me. You don't know what happened. Yeah, because you soaked up that energy. You soaked up who they were. Remember that energy is real and spaces are real. There's a reason why during COVID and things like that, you couldn't go 6 feet towards people and things like that, because as soon as you get that close to people, you actually are inside of their auric field. You're actually picking up ideas. You're picking up thoughts. You're picking up emotions of the other person. And if you don't have a structure or a barrier of your own or a mind of your own and be like, okay, this is who I am, then it's easy for people to get influenced from the other person or the surroundings and things like that. But understand that when you put yourself in spaces, you soak that up. So if you're gonna soak it up, soak up the right waters and things like that. Don't be soaking up things that are muddier waters, and now you're not driven, and now you don't have a bag, and now the wrong people are influencing you and things like that. So yeah, that's the last thing I'm gonna say. Full breakdowns coming into your DM. You know what I'm saying? Zook, Charles, what number am I? That's probably what you were asking. Let me see if you're still in the chat real quick. No, you're not. So oh wait, you are. Hold on, my bad. You are. Okay, yeah, you dropped it. I was gonna say drop your birthday. I'll get you. Just summary. Pamela. But you didn't drop your date. You said just summary, but you didn't drop your date, so I'm not too sure. And I don't think Pamela's here, so I don't think Pamela's here. Oh, you are. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't see a birthday, Pam. I don't see your birthday. Yeah, Coco, same with you. You have the 3 energy. So everything that I talk about and y'all hear y'all numbers, same thing. We're gonna move on. But I'm gonna tell you if it's different, like you have it in the sun sign, Coco. So I'm gonna just give you a quick little breakdown right now. And you in 1990, baby, okay. Doom. Okay, you a sun sign 3 and a life path 3. Same goes with you. Be mindful of your surroundings. Be mindful of who you're around, and be mindful of your friend group. Be mindful of the people you talk to. Same thing. 3 is Mercury energy, so that's the same thing too. With y'all with 3s, social media can influence the shit out of y'all. So even things like this, but I like to say, I'm the positive side of the internet. If you made it over here to watch me, you're blessed. I'm not gonna lie, you're blessed. Cause like, bro, anywhere else, they gonna rock. Man, cooked. But be mindful of what you're watching. Be mindful of what you're consuming, and be mindful of the doom scroll and all that other stuff that 3 energy has to deal with. Mercury energy deals with the internet, deals with social media, deals with communication. So again, be mindful of who you're talking to, who you're communicating to, who you're sharing information to, and what they're putting telling you and things like that, because you may directly identify with that, things like that. But if it's not in your favor, don't be identifying with things that aren't in your favor, because then you could be adopting realities that aren't yours. Then, you know, you start thinking and feeling like the other parties and things like that, and other groups and things like that, and now you take action in that way and and materialize a situation or scenario that wasn't in your favor, because you unknowingly picked up energy from someone else, or from some place else and things like that. So it's good for threes. It's one thing. It's good for threes to have a It's good for everyone, but good for threes to have a cleansing, like little ritual. Like when you get home from work, when you get home from going out, like, wash yourself off, like do something to get you back into yourself. You gonna thank me. Sook. Okay, let me do you, and then I see Marilina. I like that name. You guys are well patient today. I appreciate y'all. See, that's some Taurus energy. Some Taurus energy right now. Y'all real patient. That's good shit. All right, cool. Sook, 17. You're born on the 17. Okay. And one last thing that I'm gonna. Oh, Coco, you're a horse. This is your horse year. Do what you got to do. Okay? Do what you got to do. Shout out to my horses. I'm a tiger. This is our year. Do your thing. Okay? Do your thing. Whatever ideas you got, do it now. Do not wait. Emphasis. Okay? Emphasis. Whatever ideas you like, man, just do it. Don't be questioning. Yeah, this is the year. And that's all I'm even going to get into regarding that energy. Okay? You want to know a little bit more about that and what you maybe should be starting and things like, just let me know. Hit me in a DM. Moving on. Sook, let's go. 8, 17. You got 17 energy, which is 8 energy. Okay? Wait, hold on. 19, that was 2986. You probably meant 1986, so I'm just going to put 1980. Yeah, you probably meant 1986. That's fine. Charles, yeah, I'm just going to call you Charles. 8. So same with the 8 energy. You have sun sign number 8 too. So you can get stuck. Like, watch out for that's the number of karma and time. So you can get stuck in a lot of situations when you act on, like, be mindful of what you're acting on, because the sun sign deals with how you show up and what and when you kind of how it's not what you do, but how you do it. Okay, so like what you do is your life path. How you do it is your sun sign, right? And or your sun or your yeah, you can say your sun sign number. Yeah, so which is the day you're born. So you have that 8. So a lot of times you can get stuck into certain cycles based upon actions when you show up to certain rooms, when you show up to certain partnerships and things like that. Besides that, you have 2, 1, 1. You have 4 energy. You have 4 energy. Oh, okay. So you have 4 energy too. So be mindful. What I can see here with the 4 energy, Charles, has the law or anything like that. Like what? Like watch. Like be mindful of legal matters. I'm not gonna say watch out for legal matters, but be mindful of legal matters when it comes to 4-8 energy. You could be spending a lot of time or a lot of cycles dealing with the legal system, in some way, shape, or form. Like there's always something that you notice is like there when it comes to the legal system. Or besides that, the 4s, when it comes to life path 4s, y'all have to work. You know, you're probably always working anyway, but y'all have to work. And a lot of times, to get anywhere you want to get to, you have to outwork the competition. You have to outwork the other place. If you're in a work environment, you have to be the best worker there. Whether people look at you weirdly, etc., you got to be the best worker there a lot of times. And it's a weird thing with your 8 energy. It seems like it's karmic for you. Maybe in a past life you didn't work at all, and now it's like, oh, you got to catch up to that. So a lot of the cycles in doing, you probably had a lot of different jobs in your lifetimes as well that you spend time in, and you probably have a good expertise in well-rounded work fields and things like that. I can see that from you 100%. Especially being an 86, yeah, you've been doing certain things for some time. You have skill sets for sure. But the only thing I would say, yeah, be mindful of the legal system. And last but not least, you are a tiger. Shout out to you, my brother. You are a fire tiger. This is your year. The horse year is here for the horses. It's here for the tigers. It's here for the dogs. A little bit of the pigs, okay? But y'all, if that's, you know, y'all, that's y'all, whatever you got to do, go after it, okay? Especially the tigers and the horses. Like 1,000%. And that's the best thing, that's the last thing I'm going to say. All right, you want a full one? Just hit me. Marilena, I'm going to tap you in right now. Let's get it. Let me see if you're in the chat. Let me see if you're in the chat. Yes, you are. Well patient. I appreciate you. 16/8. Okay, we're always keep in mind we put month before the date. We gonna do 8/16. If you guys ever calculate yours, always do month before date. And 1970. 1970. Okay, okay, okay. Is that you in your profile picture, Marilena? 1970. 1970. Yeah, so shout out to you. I was gonna say because you're close to my mom, which is pig, and yeah, shout out to my dogs. So like I said, you're a dog as well. This is a good year for you. Take action where you need. You are 16th. You have 7 energy. 7s are loners, I would say. Okay, so but at the same time, it's your sun sign. Let me get your life path here real quick. All right, 1994. Five. Okay, 5/7. 5/7. That's an interesting energy. So you're a life path number 5. You could write this down if you have like a pen, paper, things like that. Right? You know, maybe remember it. You're a life path number 5, and your sun sign is 7. Sun sign 7s. See, it's interesting. This is a very interesting energy. I can kind of see like how you are, but the 5 is joyous. Like I said, the 5 is joyous. The 5 is pleasurable. The 5 is also semi-sexual, but it always deals with pleasure, so you like to have fun. But the thing is, you know how to have fun alone. You know how to have fun on your own, and you know how to have fun by yourself. The thing is with the 7s, you can thrive being alone a lot of times, and I like that energy for you because you know how to have fun by yourself. If you learn that energy, a lot of times you can have fun with others. You can attract the right person for you because when you're good with yourself, a lot of times you know what you want, right? You know the energy that's in alignment to you and things like that. So 7s, you may be more of like a lone path. That may have been steered as well based upon earlier in life dealing with more people. You probably realize, yeah, nah, I don't even want to, like, something put a distasteful taste possibly dealing with people, and that's why you're a loner. Because the 7 energy is also Libra energy, so it deals with relationships, but there's something about it being different in numerology. I see it differently in numerology. It's different because Libras will have that relatability, and Aries will have that independence. But in which Libra is corresponding to the number 7. But in numerology, when I see people that are 7s, they're often loners. So it's a different type of energy, and it's probably because I like to say they probably dealt with bad relationships earlier on in their life, and it led them to learn to kind of be alone and find their own joy for themselves. For some of them, that's not the case, and they were always kind of loners. And then they struggle building relationships, and if that's you, then you have to kind of come out of your shell and learn to be a little bit more charismatic with people. But at the same time, because you're life path 5, I don't think you have a problem with that. You are a dog as well, so you are genuinely loyal. You do have a decent soft side as well. You have a protective sense around people and relationships that you value or that you're connected with emotionally and things like that as well. So it could be you have a well-balanced energy. I think for someone like you, you can pick and choose, Marilena, like, you know, when to be alone and when to be relatable. Things like that. Okay, I hope that helped. Let me catch me to the chat. Julio, appreciate you too, brother. You already know. Hunter, I see you. Did I break down Hunter for you? Did I do that for you? I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. I'm coming down though. If I didn't, let me know. Okay, Charles, I see you. Rules. Let me write you down. Rules. 2 S's with a full 5. All right, got you. Still here. Okay, perfect. Got you. Hunter, let me make sure you're here. Appreciate you, brother. Okay, hold on. You're not here, so let me wait till you pop back in. But you're the rat. I'm going to make sure to reach out for you for your personal. Because I know you've been here for a little minute. Yeah, I don't have you down, actually, so let me get you done right now. YouTube and Rumble. Shout out to you guys, man. We're rocking it. Let's see. So Hunter, let's get this down. Let's get this down. And you are a 720. Yeah, I thought I did write this down. I don't know why. I gotta relook at this sheet. It's getting busy. 96. If you do pop back in, just let us know. Okay, Marilyn, I got you. Perfect. Making sure I'm caught up. Writing down D. You're getting noted. I'll make sure to reach out in your DM. Check your DM. All that good stuff. Sometimes. THEA. Alright, perfect. And we have a live stream request as well, so we'll check that out at the end. Charles, I'll make sure to reach out for your personal. I got you, brother. Yo, is there like, I have a lot of names written down right now, bro. Holy, I thought I wrote you down, Charles, like time ago. I didn't even. Could have missed you. let me write you down right now. Yeah, Charles, all right, perfect. Charles could be your last name too. Mo, 2 times. I got you. And if for some reason, of course, Gabriel, of course, appreciate you. If for some reason y'all like don't notice a DM or something like that, feel free to message. Okay, Hunter, let me see. Okay, Mo, okay. Catching up. Hold on, Hunter, you're about, oh, that's Mo, sorry. Okay, Mo, got you. You're 012? Nice. 8/13/2001. Mo, you're still in here? Okay, Mo, you're here. I will give you a breakdown. Charles, you're still here. I see you. Pamela, there you go. Because she dropped something too, but she ain't dropped her birthday. So, Pamela. Mo, just give me, be patient with me. I'm gonna do your thing for you. I got you. What day is it? Oh, the 31st. I think that's what she means. 31st. July 31st, 1963. 63. So Pamela OG, been around. Okay, I see you, Pamela. I'm gonna give you a good reading. Got you. Don't worry. Appreciate you. Mo, and you know your birth time. Okay, you trying to get a full reading? Trying to get a full reading. I got you. Make sure that you won't get it. You will get a quick turnaround time. I'll make sure to send you the link as soon as you paid up. You're good. Expect it in like 2 hours. Like I'm gonna make sure you get your stuff quick. Like, you know your time. That's respectable right there. You know your time. You know your dates. I love to see it. Pamela, got you. Charles, got you. D. Let me write down your birthday, D. 8/18. No, you same day as me. 18. 1975. I see a lot of my reflections here. You guys are like reflect my energy. I say it all the time. A lot of 9 energies. That wisdom. Okay, Hunter, 2496. Okay, perfect, Hunter. I appreciate you. Let me make sure I have that down. Yes, I have it. Okay. Pamela. At the end, Pam, if you're still here, we'll do a little request with you. And I have your birthday, Pam. So now that I'm caught up, okay, Marilena, perfect. You're listening. Everyone's listening. True. Thank you. Perfect. Mo, I got you. Hello from Poland. Holy, yeah, I'm down right now. I'm just catching up. I give you my birthday. You can't see it. Yes. Okay. Can you do my short breakdown? I got you, Pamela. Sorry, guys. I'm just catching up. I'm going as fast as I can. That's the thing with live streams. You know, a lot of live streams, guys, people lie, but you guys see it in the flesh, real time, how we do it. This is straight insights, and only thing I use on the computer is my calculator, just to give me do the math, you know, real quick, and just to pull up some of y'all Chinese zodiacs. But that's it. Just to confirm, just to reinforce. I actually have a whole form flyer PDF that I use for your Chinese zodiacs as well. So half the time I don't need to search it up. It just depends on the year, because certain older generations aren't on the sheet that I have, but I have it all laid out in front of my screen. So let's do Mo. I think you were first, so we're gonna do Mo and we're gonna do Pamela. Okay. Mo, I have you as the 13th, 8/13/01. Okay, so you have the sun sign 13. Sun sign 13. Make sure you write that down. And you are a snake. You are 2001. Okay, so you are a snake. This is a decent year for you, being a horse year. Shout out to my snakes. You know, I read. You guys are my enemy signs. But you know, I don't have any bias at all. Last year was your year, and that was probably a decent year for you. As I said, last year was a snake year, okay, and it was a 9-year though, so 9 years aren't necessarily the best, but deals with endings. Snakes also deal with transformation, okay, so a lot of times you may have noticed people kind of gravitate to you for certain things based upon just matching up the energy, whatever it is, and oftentimes it leads them to certain transformations or certain wisdom and things like that, okay. The snake is intuitive, it's charming, it's intelligent, and things like that, okay, so and very driven as well. So that's one of the things which is why like enemy signs kind of clash, is because we're very alike. So a lot of times we have a discrepancy of like how we do things because we're very driven. So it's like I'm not changing how we're doing it, and then it's like you're not changing how we're doing it. So it's like, yeah, we can't really connect, you know. But besides that, we're go-getters. This year being a horse year is like I said, a decent year for you. One thing I can say. One thing I can say. Yeah, next year shouldn't be bad as well. So you're okay. You just came off your good year. This year's decent for you, and 2027 will be fine as well. So whatever you're doing, continue doing it before you have to you pivot or shift or kind of change the dynamic and things like that. Okay, for my 01. Oh, did this thing disappear? I did. Okay, real quick. You have sun sign 13 energy. Okay, so with that being said, it's the energy of transformation. It's Scorpio energy, death and rebirth. Besides that, it's actually not 13 in numerology. It's actually 4. So be mindful of the legal system as well. A lot of things when it comes to snakes, and you a young buck too, depending on where you're from, be mindful of how you're making money and like who's motivating you to make money in certain ways. One thing I'm going to tell you, because I'm young too. So be mindful of that. The snakes have the mentality of get it by any means. So, and then you have a sun sign number 4, you can get caught up with the legal system. Be mindful. A lot of times though, you have to outwork people, and because of that, you will compromise in certain areas. One second, I have one more thing to tell you. You're a life path number 6. That makes sense. So balance is key. Don't go overboard with certain things. If you're compromising in certain things and you know your money can lead to certain outcomes, don't go overboard. Have a sense of balance. Six energy is all about relatability and harmony. It's also androgynous energy, so it's more masculine and feminine. It's well balanced. So you can choose to go this way or choose to go this way. Pick the right path. And that's the last thing I'm going to tell you. And I know that. I know that, Mo. I know that, Mo. For surely. But if you're on the positive side of things like that, hey, keep going. You know what I mean? But you always going to know, like, with the 6 energy, which side of the polarity, you can pick and choose. But that's the thing about snakes too. I can't say don't be a snake. That's me being a tiger and saying don't be a snake. But, like you gonna know. You know what you know with your energy. And that's the best thing I can tell you for sure. Hello from Poland. Appreciate you. And Mode, I'll DM you for your personal for sure. And I'll get into some other things. When I look at your birth chart as well, I will be able to see a little bit more when it comes to how you maneuver. Let's move on. Pamela, appreciate you. And I hope that helped, brother. Salute. Fat boy. Before I move on to Pamela, let me write down these last couple names real quick that came through. Fat boy Domo. Keep an eye out on your DM. Yeah, Hunter, I got you. Don't worry, I got you. You're written down. You're written down. Did I break you down already, Hunter, or no? Let me know if I did. I feel like I did, but I could have not. Could have not though. Let me know if I didn't. That could be why you're continuing to drop it. But I will do yours if I didn't. Gonzalez, hello, and that is that Argentina? I think that's the Argentina flag. Shout out to you. Mo, I know you laughing for a reason, Mo. I know you laughing for a reason, Mo. I'm telling you, brother. I know you laughing for a reason. Okay, no, I didn't. All right, perfect, Hunter. Thank you. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Okay, so Hunter, 96. Yeah, I just seen your. That's what I seen. I seen your Chinese zodiac, I believe. Shout out to my 96s. Okay, so you use rat, as I said. Rat in your enemy year. Be mindful. Like I said. Okay, yeah, that's what I said to you, Hunter. Okay, or maybe it was someone else that had the same thing, but I think it was you because you are a rat. You are a sun sign for 6. Same thing with Mo. That balanced energy. You can pick and choose a lot of times. People may look at that. See, sun sign's different. Let me get your life path though. Real quick. Let me get your life path real quick before I go in. Because the sun sign could play out a little differently. Hey guys, hope you guys are doing well. Patty, I see you. Mimi, I see you. Check your DM please afterwards. You're gonna get noted for a personal reading, which is paid $25, things like that. That's what we start at for our new moon, full moon breakdowns. If you did want a personal, that's what it's gonna look like. You're gonna get a booking. You're gonna get a link, direct payment link, and then you're gonna be sending me full date of birth information plus location. Okay. If you want a free numerology breakdown and paid is not an option for you, just drop your birth date and we could get into it possibly. Okay. All right. So when it comes to Hunter, brother, you got the 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! We see a master number, baby. We see a master number. When I see those numbers, I know we are on to something. Okay. 2027. That's why it plays out differently, because Hunter, you are a sun sign 6, life path 11. Okay, I'm a life path 11, and that's a master number. Okay, 11, 22, and 33s are master numbers. I said it before that the 11. I think I mentioned it. The 11 is the innovator. There was someone else, or the visionary. Sorry, there was someone else, and the innovator. You can say that, but I think there was someone else here that I said this about, but I'm not sure if it was you. So when it comes to life path 11, the visionary, the innovative, okay, and you're right, you're in your enemy year. At the same time, the life path 11 is very intuitive. It's very visionary too. You have brilliant also ideas. It's just tough for you to solidify it. A lot of times life path 11, a lot of times master numbers get structured later on in life just because it takes them longer to master their energy because they're dealing with more shit and it's hard for them to pinpoint it. Okay. You have an O2 in this diggity thing. Holy, all my peeps is here right now. So when it comes to you, Hunter, okay, there, even emotion too. You're life path 11. Life path 11, don't drink. Do not like alcohol. Don't drink. Intuitive, and then life path 11, we're emotional too, because it's also a psychic energy. I don't say it to a lot of people, but you pick up a lot of things, and then you have a sun sign 6. It's an androgynous energy, power of 369. There's a well-balanced energy about that. So the thing with 6, very diplomatic. And the thing with 6s, because they can pick and choose, try to stay on a path. You may notice you on a path and then switching the path. You on the path and then switching. Oh, this is not right. Oh, I don't see results. I'm going to switch. Okay, I don't think this is good, so I'm going to try this. That's like your polarity to the balance. Try not to do that, though, because you probably notice nothing come out of that tangibly, because it's too pivotal. If you can hone in on it or maintain it for a longer period of time, you will see results come from it. If you pivot based upon like a sense of boredom or not feeling fulfilled, because 6 energy is interesting sometimes, okay? Like if that's not what you're paying attention to, it's also 6-dimensional. So if that's not what's on your mind and what you feel, like what's resonating with you emotionally, probably not something you should be doing as well. Like if you're not paying attention to it relatively and it's like exciting you and things like that, it's probably not something you should be doing for you, Hunter, okay? That's about it. Write down that your life path 11, and then write down that your sun sign 6, and then you can go do your own research and things like that farther on. So you guys that get free gems like this, you can learn a lot about your own energy once you know that your life path 11. You could just do a quick little search like what that means and stuff like that. So feel free to learn. Go ahead and educate. That's what we're here for. Yeah, Hunter, hope that helps, brother. Salute. Fat Boy said we got the same birthday. Yeah, we see twins here all the time. 83. Injectables, Patty. Injectables, personal reading. So, personal readings, guys, for those who are unaware, they are paid. They start at 25 USD, okay? Those who drop a 3, I'll be reaching out to you for a personal reading. If you don't want a personal reading, just say that. You don't have to not answer your DM, okay? You can reply and just say no thanks, that's fine. I don't like when people don't answer. It's like I'm a good person. Now, you can say no, it's okay. It's not by force, okay? We do go in depth, and I think it is extremely valuable for the price. And my regulars would be disappointed if they know I'm giving $25 readings right now. Okay, but it's only a live stream deal. I only give it to my live streamers because you guys are actually here active. It's not something I like post about. It's only there, or you may notice it on the story, but it's those people that get certain discounts. Traditionally, these are like 100 plus. And that's the subscription price, 50 off. The regular price is $199. So it's you get a good amount, chat. Okay, perfect. I like to see that, injectables. I love that. I got your name written down. You have 08. You 88. That's the you have Lionsgate energy. Okay, 1983. Lionsgate energy, and not just that, but if I were to see the people with 8s, I always notice karmic energy, but to be clear, in karma, a lot of times you are people's karma, and a lot of times 8 is the number of money as well. I can see you're probably come across a lot of money. It could be different when it comes to being good at saving or building wealth. Those are kind of different things, but you could be the type to work a lot or be around or have money, things like that. A lot of times people could rely on you for certain things, and it's because you spend a lot of time in what you do. 8s spend a lot of time in terms of in certain cycles, and for you it's probably has to do with money, because 8 is the ascension of kind of 4, I like to say. So 4s often have to overwork. 8s, it kind of comes to them in a way where what they invest their time in comes to fruition for them. Besides that, I want to get your shout out to my pigs, man. All my peoples is here today. So you are 83 water pig, which is very nice. I can see that you like subtle pleasures and food and things like that. Being comfortable. I love pigs. They're often smart. They often can adapt as well. Good at adapting to certain environments. This is a good year for you, being a horse year. So whatever you got in mind, you can do it this year. If it's whether starting relationships, new business things like that. One thing about pigs, you guys trust. You guys can trust a lot. Be mindful of who you place your trust in. And that's really it. You have 8 energy, so that can be a karmic thing to where you place trust in the wrong people. You spend a whole lot of time dealing with bullshit that you don't want to deal with, and takes time getting out of that cycle. And that's like a karmic thing with 8 energy. It's always dealing with time in some way, shape, or form when it comes to 8s. Let me get your life path real quick. $19.99. 28 energy. 28 energy. 28 energy is here, but it's also 10 Capricorn, 1 Aries. You are a worker. Is this your business? Oh, it's not. No, I was gonna say, is this your business account too? Like, you are a worker. Remember that 28 is also the number of wealth in numerology. It also adds up to 10, which is actually what it is, Capricorn energy, which is actually 1, because 0 is not a thing, but which is Aries, which would be the emperor, which is the boss, which is the entrepreneur, and things like that. So a lot of times you are spending time working on your own shit, and that's just what it is, my French. But I like that from you. You're a go-getter, okay? You're a go-getter. When you show up in certain surroundings, like who you partner with and things like that, you have that leader. You have a leadership trait, okay? It's important for you to be in high roles, whatever you're doing. Make sure you're owning. Make sure you're calling the shots. Make sure you're a manager of something. Make sure you're able to get insight. If you're a girl, there's not a lot of girls who can dominate. A lot of girls want to be boss babes, and not many can. You can. You can actually be a leader. You can think logical towards certain things and have a good understanding. You can spend time and honing in on something to develop skill sets. You can do it. So a lot of times this is a wealth energy. You can actually accumulate wealth, not just money. So you can be the type to develop the traits needed to actually build some sort of wealth long term. Oh, I never showed my tat like that before. Forgot I had that. But yeah, so that's one thing I'm going to say to you, okay? I'm going to reach out for a full reading for you, for sure. Fatboy said same energy, cool. The highest, I think that's how you said your name because it's spelled like that. But you're not here right now, so I'm not breaking it down. I'll write it down, I'll reach out in case you want a personal, but I'm not breaking that down right now. The highest underscore, the underscore highest. If you end up still being here, just let me know, but I can't see you in the chat, so. Amy, let's see if you're here. No, you're not here, so we're moving on. Chat, we're getting to the bottom. Diddy Kelly. Yo, this chat, 2 pages today. 2 pages today. Diddy Kelly, I will reach out for your personal. Okay, appreciate you. Ronaldo saying, hey Ronaldo. Mimi, are you here? Let's see if you're here. Mimi, I don't see you here right now, so we're not going to break that down, okay? If you're suddenly hearing this somehow, and you are here, just drop it in the chat and let me know. I'll write you down and reach out for a personal in case you wanted a personal. Just for consideration. Mimi, underscore, Nemsy. Okay, perfect, thank you. Vava. Fatboy said, never mind. Wrong birthday. I feel you. Yeah, Pamela. Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, but Pamela, I'm gonna do yours right now. Appreciate you. I'm pretty sure I have. Let me see. What are you on right now? Okay, 31, 63. All right. Good. Okay, yeah, Pamela. We're gonna do yours. Okay, we got some twins. Patty, you saying yes? I see you. Mimi, okay, yeah, no, Mimi, I will. I see your date, but you're not here in the live stream, so I'm not gonna break it down right now. Of course, Patty, I appreciate you. Of course, and Patricia, like the name, and that is a business account. I can see you, aesthetic injector. Oh, that's nice. If you need anything, we help businesses scale and reprogram and rebrand and things like that. So if you ever need support, don't hesitate to reach out. We work with a lot of businesses around the world. Oh, Mimi, you're here. Okay, cool. Sometimes I don't know, the live stream be cooked. I don't know if like if sometimes it shows you're here, like you're not here in the chat, but I appreciate you. Thank you. That's why I like to say comment if you are, because I don't know. Maybe they don't want me to read. Maybe they don't want me to read for y'all. And even then, it's a good thing to question. Why would that be? Y'all gotta think. These are real gems. Because a lot of times I notice that they blocking the chat. I'll be like, no, I'm not doing you, and then the person's like, I'm right here. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I don't even like. It's interesting. Okay, so Mimi, I got you noted. Pamela, if you're here, please just drop it in the chat if you can hear me somehow. Fid. Okay, this is the last name I'm writing down real quick, and then I'm going to get into your reading, Mimi. Fid, I'm going to write you down. Make sure you check your DM, brother. Make sure you check your DM. Okay, Fid, 94. So, personal readings get DM'd to start at 25. Numerology breakdowns, we're doing it here real quick, okay? So be patient with me. Always remember, if you're calculating numerology, put your month before the date. That's if you're doing it yourself, but I don't mind you guys putting it however you're putting it. Okay, so Fid, I got you noted down. Mimi, let's get into it. You have 8/19/94 energy. Okay. 8/19/94. Okay, I was right. Yep. 8/19. Oh, Fid, you 8/19/94 too? That's crazy. What? Okay, so we can do 2 and 1. We can do a 2 and 1. That's wild. All right, bet. And then see, this is where numerology will be similar, but your astrology. You guys book when I'm gonna reach out. If you guys are interested in booking an astrology reading for 25, your astrology reading is where you're gonna find your indifferences, because I guarantee your rising signs, your sun signs, and your moon signs are different. So it's not what you do, it's how you do it, and you guys are gonna do things differently than each other. But even though you have the same birth date, and this is the proof in the pudding. That's why I tell people all the time. It doesn't matter if you have the same birthday as anyone. The energies are always gonna be different. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Okay, that's crazy. No, that's actually crazy. That's my first time seeing something like that at the same time too. That's wild. Because in astrology, we can see you guys are born at different times, and that'll influence you guys differently, how you do things differently. But let's get into it then. Let's get into it. Both 90 same year? That's crazy. like the year too. All right. 8/19 energy. One thing I gotta say, you guys are both born on 19. 19 energy. One thing I'm gonna tell you guys, and this is no joke. Watch for your health. Watch for your health. 19s, sometimes, and this is not me putting things on you guys. Like, no, like 19 sometimes deal with certain health issues. So, if y'all neglect your health, if y'all are types to neglect y'all health, try not to do that. Infinitely want to kind of double down on your health and things like that. Go for regular checkups, evaluate certain things. Yeah, kind of have a system to where you can support your health. That's the best thing that I'm going to say, because I notice a lot of 19s sometimes are prone to health issues. You guys may have had certain injuries and accidents yourself. Like, you got, like, I notice random things like slip and falls, just weird random things, and it's like, shit. But just be mindful. That's all I got to say about the sun sign being born on the 19th, okay? And why that is exactly, I am still doing my own little esoteric reasoning and breakdowns to why it is with the numbers, because a lot of you may hear this here and there, but no one will tell you why. A lot of times I will tell you why this is, but this is a weird kind of like ominous energy with the 19. It's like, I'm not sure why it is, but I also am sure why it is. So when I come to that conclusion, I will provide some support and things like that. Nah, I got you noted, and I will DM you for the personal reading, okay? They do start at 25, so be mindful of that. But yeah, full breakdown. New moon is in 2 days. You want to get strapped in, okay? For surely. But 19s, okay? Just be mindful of health. Watch for accidents, injuries. If you guys are Leos too, so you guys like to have fun. Fire signs. If you guys are like motorcyclists and sportsmen people and things like that, you guys do sports and certain activities and, just things like that, be cautious. Just like, extra check the harness and shit. Like, extra check, like, that's some 19 shit, That's all I can say about it, though. Besides that, my 94s, you guys are dogs, so shout out to you. It's like my favorite artist, MJ. He's a dog. You know what I mean? You guys are great with kids. Good people. You're a good people person. Things like that with y'all. Okay, driven individuals as well. This is a good year for you guys. So whatever you guys would want to do, kind of start something new, go after, build a relationship. This is good for you guys. Okay. It's one thing I can say. Besides that, you have Life Path 5 energy. Yeah, you guys have Life Path 5 energy. So when it comes to Life Path 5, it deals with joy, it deals with pleasure, it deals with a little bit of sexual energy as well. And then 19 really... '19 is really 10, so it deals with like Capricorn, Aries energy. So with that being said, you guys are very you guys could be driven towards your status and driven towards individuality and things like that. Your own path, cultivating your own path is the Emperor energy. So a lot of times you guys find joy in cultivating your own path and asserting your own life, things like that. Okay. When it comes to finding pleasure, a lot of times you have to find your own pleasure, your own forms of joy. Other people or other things, there's a lot of things in the world that probably maybe don't make you happy in weird ways, but there's things you know for yourself that make you happy specifically. You got to learn to kind of go towards those things consistently, because overall, without you asserting yourself towards your own formulation of happiness, you'll probably notice you run into like a blah type energy, you know. In order to get out of that, you have to assert yourself, Aries, be your own initiator in terms of where you find joy. So you have to cultivate your own joy. And that's one thing about the 8-19 energy, okay, with the 5. 5 also deals with changes, okay? So it's also telling you to be adaptable as well. And sometimes when you know you need to make the change, you have to be the one to adapt, okay? I've been learning how to ride a bicycle, and this Monday is my first time riding to the park. Yikes, I hope I won't be injuring myself. Right, so good. So if you notice yourself traditionally not super prone to injuries, that's a good thing, okay? Especially being born on the 19th. I just noticed that a lot of times the people that are prone to injuries are also born on the 19th. But it doesn't mean it's everyone, right? So if you haven't noticed that for yourself, then that's beautiful. But yeah, don't let that be like a fear-mongering thing. Like, go ride that bike. Like, go do that thing. Like, I 100% support it. You know, you have to find, especially us seeing your energy, you have to find that joy. So that sometimes means taking that risk and go doing this. You know what I mean? So like, I guess that could be why certain things are, you know, happen as well. But you know, that's good. I'm glad you're trying that and enjoy that bike ride. I love bike rides myself. So that's a little bit what I see from you guys. Okay, from that is we're gonna move on. Besides that, I can get deeper for both of you guys when it comes to your sun, moon, rising transits, and how to navigate the rest of this Taurus new moon. Okay, and that is a good thing to actually learn. You know what I mean? This week with it being Taurus season. You know what I mean? So assert yourself and do that. I think we are pretty much caught up, chat. I think we are caught up. Yeah, there you go. So there you go. Cause I noticed that. Like, even like I noticed 19s from like a lot of, like, I read for 19s, and like some of them they're like prone, they were like prone to sickness from birth. Like, they just came out the womb with like a sickness in the hospital and things like that. Like that's like actually. So I noticed that it's very like, and it doesn't mean they're like dealing with issues their whole life, but they're born, they have to, like, they're oftentimes in the hospital, they have to do extra things and things like that, and then they'll be good for a while, then they have an injury, like there's things like that, you know. But you know, which we're all prone to, but like I just noticed it more with 19s for sure. 100% chat, but I think we're pretty much caught up. I'm gonna make sure that I have one person in my mind I wanted to read for, but I don't know if she's here, and that is Pamela. So we might have to reach out to her separately. But chat, we're good. What are we? Are we an hour in yet? Yeah, hour and a half. All right, cool. So we about to be out of here. We did some wild breakdowns right now. We're gonna reach out to everyone, okay, on their for their personals. Y'all know moon's in Aries. Assert yourself. Initiate. You got to be your own boss when it comes to Taurus. Where do you need to be your own boss? Okay. When it comes to maintaining something for longevity, when it comes to tangibility, when it comes to materialization, when it comes to stability, when it comes to structure. What do you need and how do you need to assert yourself towards these things? Okay, Sun and Taurus. I'm a Leo Sun, Aries Moon, Cancer rising. Beautiful, beautiful Leo Sun. Cancer rising. Oftentimes people see you, it's cardinal water. So when it comes to you, Cancer rising, people often see you as someone that you're emotionally relating to and things like that. When it comes to Cancer risings, a lot of times how people see you is how you make them feel. So if you made someone feel terrible, they're always going to look at you that way. So be mindful of how you're making people feel. When it comes to Cancer risings, you're often initiating some form of emotion towards people, which is why Cancers can be very powerful, but also seem very manipulative. Because you guys can make people feel a certain way just by. For you, it's how you show up, because it's on your rising sign. Just by being you can affect people sometimes. And if you're not aware of it, Cancer is sometimes psychic. It can seem off towards your relationships, not like just me and you, but towards certain relationships. But besides that, it's a very caring type energy. So on the positive note, people can come to you because they feel very warm around you and very trustworthy and things like that. Okay, you have Aries Moon, so you react and respond in terms of cardinal fire. It's very flighty, very spicy and things like that. Be mindful of an Aries Moon. It's hard to kind of relate to an Aries Moon. You also have a Cancer rising, so being the cardinal water and the cardinal fire, it squares each other. So oftentimes how you emotionally express yourself and what you emotionally show to people isn't the same, and that's where conflict happens. And you're a Leo Sun, so oftentimes you show up, you act in terms of fixated fire. Okay, so you're fixated towards the vision or emotional state. So a lot of times how you act is not gonna really change. So when people look at you and things like that, it seems like if you're angry, you see red, and then cardinal will initiate a new formulation of emotion towards it and things like that. So just be mindful of that energy because it's very fiery. You don't want to lock in, like with your Leo Sun, you don't want to lock in on a negative emotion with the Aries Moon. Okay. Besides that, that's it. If you want a personal reading, just drop a 3 in the chat. Of course, Mimi. Of course, Fid. You guys already know. But yeah, that's all I can say about that. Chat, it's a good live stream. It's a good stream today. You know what I'm saying? It's calm. Gonna do our outro track soon, right out to this. YouTube, Rumble, how you guys doing? I see you guys are active. Dubs in the chat. Dubs. New music is dropping soon. All that good stuff, chat. We've been super busy. I know I haven't been live for like a whole week. Yeah, of course. Of course. Remember that it's a square. So squares are squaring. So oftentimes you're gonna feel like you square yourself because that's your own energy. So when it comes to the sun and the moon, it's your emotions. No, sorry, not your sun and your moon, but your rising and your moon. It's your emotions and who you are. Because your rising is all about your house of self, who you are. Cancer is who you are. If I were to break down your house system, it's in alignment to Cancer. Your Cancer rising, which means you have a Leo in your second house, which means you have Leo in your second house and things like that. So a lot of times you act on Taurus-like things because Taurus rules the second house, material possessions, values, gifts and talents, things like that. People fuck with your material possessions or your values. You can go blitz on them, things like that. You know what I mean? But it's also an energy to say, okay, protect your values, protect your material possessions, and be mindful of people who try to use you based upon the value you have and what you materialize. Because that Leo second house is fixed on your values and fixed on your material and things like that. So you can seem very stable in terms of your internal value system, like who you are and what you represent, and your comfortability and what's tangible to you. So You don't play with your money. You don't play with your possessions. You know what I mean? Like you've shaped those things for the sake of you as a Leo Sun individual. Leo deals with individuality. So when people mess with that, you go blitz. Aries Moon. But nothing to be mindful of, but just, you know, just for yourself. Like, so when you're in your own energy, like I would know how to act around you, but people don't, you know, you see what I mean? So, like, and that's the whole thing about astrology, is to change and affect communication. You see what I'm saying? So, exactly, for sure. Aries is gonna know that too, because it's fire. It's the emotion. It's Mars, god of war. I wouldn't be surprised if you're more of a if you have a small circle and you're more of like a not a loner, but like you're more to yourself than to be around a bunch of people. But you have that though. You're like, you remind me of me in a sense, but it's like you may know a lot of people. People may know of you, but everything you built it for you. You know what I mean? It's like so much, and it's like you built it on your own too. Like you probably didn't even have help, because you had a Leo second house, probably didn't even have help, and then you have Aries Moon, probably didn't even have help, and then it probably seemed like you didn't even want help too. So it's hard for people to even come and help you and things like that. So that's for sure. What's so good about a Leo? What's so good about you? I don't. I'm playing. That was just an odd question, but every sign. You know, I feel, yeah, exactly, lady, exactly. Every sign has a what's so good about them. I don't know. What's so good about Leo? They're courageous. They're confident. They're bold. They understand individuality. They know themselves. Well, they should know themselves, and things like that. Every sign has gifts and curses, though. So, you know, it's just not what you do, how you do it. Not what you use, how you use it. Simple. And you learn astrology to ascend beyond your zodiac, not to limit yourself and have a bias and think there's signs better than others and things like that. So, that's for sure. Of course, A12, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. But, yeah, you know, they got the Leo pride. But, you know, those same things can be their downfall as well. Same with every energy. You know, every energy, man. You know, being fixed. Taurus has their thing. Scorpio has their thing. Libra has their thing. Aquarius has their thing. Whatever. We all have it for sure. But like you said, if you don't know your energy, you ain't gonna use it right. And the world is full of distractions, so you don't know your energy. So that's the whole spirit war, right? So the reason you have conflict is because people don't know themselves, and they be distracted with different things, and they be confused and things like that. Doris, I appreciate you tapping in. I see you. I know you joined that DM. You're about an hour and a half in. It's a little quiet now. We're kind of just vibing, chatting it up a little bit, little Q&As and stuff. Yeah, we broke down a little energy right now. Moon in Aries, Sun in Taurus. We're in the last little stretch of Taurus season. And we'll be going into Gemini around May 21st, okay? So, hope you guys are ready. It's going to be a little bit more fast-paced. Taurus is more about slowing down. It's more about rest. It's more about being patient, which we've seen the energy play out through the live stream, and a lot of y'all were patient with me. Y'all see we filled up 2 sheets of paper. Like, look at this. I have like 80 people to read. Like, what? But that's the work. That's the work. That's the work. So I gotta hit up our team and let my manager know and things like that. But we have a good thing over here. You know, we have a good thing. A lot of these pages you guys may follow. No account, like they don't show up. They're hiding behind screens. They don't show their face. They don't want. They really don't even have information about the zodiac. I notice a lot of people who run these pages. They run it for the sake of attention and shit like that. It's just all nonsense. But like I don't. And like we may have a post here and there that's like more surface level, but and it's for the sake to grow the page. Like we do that stuff to grow the page. People commenting like the stuff you see that's like July versus August Leo and things like that. People be like, oh, don't pin Leos against each other. Like no one's pinning it. It's just it brings more comments, so it helps grow the page. So like things like that, it's just marketing. But you know, Leo's Leo, and the thing is, unity of the zodiac is means more than ever. And all signs have a little bit of a separation because we all have decans. So there's the first decan, second decan, and third decan. So depending on what degree you're born, we all have a different influence of a different planet. So this is why July is different than August. This is why this is why early August is different than late August. So it's a real thing. But it gets people. It gets people sometimes. It gets people sometimes. And like, no, things like that. So it's cool. Not really into the astrology, but I hear about Leo all year round. And when it is Leo season, the world just tunes in. Yeah. For sure. That's like kind of like this year. We're in a universal 1 year in astrology, so it's like an Aries year all year around. It's very assertive, very dominant. It's pretty much Aries season like all year for this year. Next will be a 2, so it'll be like Taurus energy, but that's fine if you're not really into it too. Like the thing is, most people aren't, and these pages are like more surface level. That's why we do live streams and things like that. And even the way we do our content lately has been a lot more intentional. If you guys seen, just the static posts in our course sales, it's a lot more directed towards healing and actual growth, compared to like just virality and things like that. Because I don't even care for that shit. I'd be annoyed when I see like, and that's my Scorpio in me. Like I like depth and actually like making sense out of the spirituality. I don't like people just treating it surface level, because a lot of people will do that, and they can't actually articulate or explain actual information that deals with spirituality. So that's where I come in and things like that. So that's where these lives come in, and me doing this for years. I've been doing this for years. You guys can go on my channel and see a bunch of videos about Leo, about zodiac, about spirituality and things like that. Like I take it seriously because I've seen it work in my life, and I've seen it work in others' lives and my clients' lives and things like that. So I do take it seriously. The mundane type stuff just helps grow the page. And the thing about it is too, like Incredible Father, Leo is a very prominent energy because the sun. The sun is there. The sun's in the sky, right? A lot of things are based around the sun. So Leo is. There's a lot of Leos in the world. There's probably more Leo children than any other sign, because of how. Doesn't mean anything, but there's probably more Leo children because a lot of people have kids during that time, and a lot of energy is based around the sun. So like I said, people do a lot during the summertime, right? The sun gives life to us on Malkuth and things like that in different ways. So that energy is very prominent here, okay? But with that being said, chat, I think we're going to close out there. I hope everyone had a great live stream. Make sure you guys check your DMs afterwards. And we're going to get to it, okay? We're going to get to it. As we ride out, of course, we got to do a signature intro. Signature outro. So let's see. We're going to pick a track. New music coming soon, though. New music coming soon. I've been showing some snippets. Hope everyone does well. Y'all thriving.
May to be damn it.
Another weekend of Substance Triples, family, brother, and knowledge.
Everywhere I go, I gotta stay protected. Keep it solid day to day while they switch every second. Get to the back day to day, nevertheless we in the present. 12 on the ass, but so life don't stop at it. It's getting hard to see. Baby said it's getting hard to breathe. I won't let them get a hold of me, and I manifest through our realities. It's about time I let my spirit free. Let me hop up on the beat. See you copy my swag, give me the cold shoulder, just say you wanna be. Spit up for the riddle in the air and watch them all hop up on their feet. You hit my line sweet like yeah, let me know when you do a show in my city. You got a bag, I'm there for it. Disrespectful, I can't care for her. Moving with integrity, just what it is. It's the new earth, nigga. Said you don't move loose, why you pulling up on me with perks? Only fucking with a couple bad bitches, it all comes with perks, bro. Everywhere I go, I gotta stay protected. Keep it solid day to day while they switch every second. Get to the back day to day, nevertheless we in the present. 12 on the ass, but so life don't stop at it. It's getting hard to see. Baby said it's getting hard to breathe. I won't let them get a hold of me, and I manifest through our realities. Yeah. Once upon a time it was hard to see. Man, so once upon a time, it was so hard to breathe. If you was walking by my side, would have seen so many things. And I knew to break the cycle, change my environment. That's when I got to it. One foot in, one foot out, like where you step into, it's not fluid. Feeling good on the mic, told little baby, pour me more tonic. Seen little bro pull a vape out like, nah, nigga, this is marijuana. Pulled my head down to my lakuth, might as well call this shit nirvana. Asking me how to heal the vessel. In my past life, I was a shaman. When I tapped into the source, realized time's infinite, I promise. Come on, beast with substance, ahead of my time, make sure it's timeless. Got slapped around a few times, he couldn't fulfill his promise. Everywhere I go, you know I gotta stay protected. Keep it solid day to day, while they switch every second. Get to the back day to day, nevertheless we in the present. 12 on eyes, but so life don't stop at intersections. Everywhere I go, you know I gotta stay protected. Keep it solid day to day, while they switch every second. Get to the back day to day, nevertheless we in the present. 12 on eyes, but so life don't stop at intersections. It's getting hard to see. Let me say it's getting hard to breathe. I won't let them get a hold of me. And I manifest to all realities.